If you've just decided to apply to medical school in the UK, this is the first UCAT video you should watch. You might have seen the term UCAT pop up a lot, but what exactly is this exam? In this video, I'm going to explain exactly what the UCAT is, how it's scored, what it means, and how you can prepare for it, and what it looks like and what you can expect even if you're just starting from scratch. I'm Alicia. I scored a 2,640 out of 2,700 on my UCAT, and if I had to start again as an absolute beginner, here are all of the things I would have wanted to know. But before we start, I just wanted to give a big thank you to everyone who has been supporting my medical fundraiser so far. We have almost hit $500, which is absolutely incredible. One of the reasons I make these videos is to help future medical students in their journey while sharing my own story. If you would like to support my medical journey, my link to my GoFundMe is below, where you can also hear more about why exactly I set up this fundraiser. But now let's get into today's video. So the UCAT stands for the University Clinical Aptitude Test, and this is the exam that you're required to take for entry into any undergraduate UK medical school, as well as for many of the direct entry medical schools in New Zealand and Australia. This exam is crucial to your medical school application, with some schools even having UCAT cutoff scores where they will not even consider the rest of your application if you score below a certain number. Some medical schools, such as at the University of Bristol, use the UCAT as the main deciding factor as to whether you're going to be interviewed. And although the level of importance placed on this exam may vary from university to university, overall it tends to carry a very significant weight in deciding if the university is going to accept you or not. So one way or another, if you want to take advantage of the undergraduate entry medical program in the UK, Australia, or New Zealand, you'll most likely have to take the UCAT or the UCAT ANZ. And you can only take this exam one time in the application cycle you're planning to apply in, so your performance on this exam is crucial. So you might be wondering why the universities require for us to take the UCAT specifically, and it is very different from a lot of other exams you might have seen in school, because it does not test on regular subjects like biology or chemistry or physics. So instead, it assesses skills such as reading comprehension, logical reasoning, your quantitative analysis skills, and your professional judgment, which are all skills that medical schools believe are incredibly important for future doctors to have. But one common downfall is that because these are not traditional materials that are usually tested on in school, people tend to treat this as an IQ test. But it is completely trainable and possible for you to increase your score through consistent practice. And now let's talk a little bit about the scoring and the sections in this exam. So there are 4 different sections, and 3 of them contribute to your numerical score out of 2,700. The numerically scored sections are verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, and decision making, and each of them are worth 900 points. And the 4th section, situational judgment, is scored separately from band 1 to 4, with band 1 being the highest score you can get and band 4 being the worst score you can get. You will receive your UCAT score immediately in most testing centers after completing the exam, so you will definitely know your results before you submit your medical school application. The competitiveness of your score depends on the university you're applying to, because every school uses the UCAT differently. But for the 2025 testing cycle, these were some of the statistics, so you can see which scores were in the top 10% or top 20%, and how many people scored on the situational judgment scale from bands 1 to 4. Just to give you an idea of what target score you might be looking to reach, although scores do vary year by year, so make sure to keep this in mind as well. Currently, the UCAT is 117 minutes and 30 seconds long, and this timing includes both the section breaks in between, as well as the timing for the sections themselves. Within this, verbal reasoning has 44 questions that you have to answer in 22 minutes, decision making has 35 questions that you have to answer in 37 minutes, and quantitative reasoning has 36 questions that you have to answer in 26 minutes. Situational judgment has 69 questions, and you'll be expected to answer all of them in 26 minutes. And eligible candidates might be able to receive certain accommodations for this exam, such as extended timing on the test or rest breaks. But as you can tell from the timings, you have well under a minute to answer each question, so on the UCAT, one of the biggest challenges is the time pressure. But now let's get a little bit into how and when to take this exam. exam. So depending on where you're based and if you're planning to take the UCAT for your UK medical school application, or if you're somewhere in New Zealand or Australia, you might have different testing windows. And to find the most up-to-date information, it is best to check the official UCAT website. And I'm going to provide the link below for convenience for both the UCAT and UCAT A and Z exams. For the actual exam, you will have to travel to a testing location that you specified in your booking. And as the UCAT is a virtual exam, they're going to provide all of the electronics you need to successfully take the test. And usually these tests take place in what are called Pearson VUE centers. These testing centers are found all over the world, so even if you are not based in the UK, Australia, or New Zealand, you might actually still have a Pearson VUE center pretty close by that can administer the exam for you. So now you know a little bit about exactly what the UCAT entails, but now you need to learn how exactly to prepare for it. So most students start their studying about 6 to 8 weeks before the exam date, although this can vary based on your schedule, your starting level, or exactly where you are confidence-wise as you're starting out in your studies. I have a full video on my channel with a detailed strategy that got me 2,640 out of 2,700 on the UCAT, which is a 99th percentile score. I also have videos for each of the UCAT sections individually with my top strategies for crushing the different components of the exam. But the most important thing for you to do is to create a solid study plan, familiarize yourself with the question types and how to answer them accurately, and do both timed and untimed practice as part of your study routine. It's best to start learning the questions without worrying too much about speed, and you have to just focus on how to answer them accurately. And once you pick up some speed and you're more comfortable with the questions, then you can gradually shift over to introducing more timed practice into your study plan. Eventually, once you're confident enough, make sure to start completing full mock exams as well. But for more information, make sure to check out my other videos, and I'm going to link my full study plan above. And to wrap this up, there were a few other things I wanted to mention that I thought were really important for you to know starting out in your UCAT journey. The biggest thing is to not panic if your first mock scores are not exactly what you wanted them to be. It is completely normal and natural for initial scores to be a little bit lower than what you might have expected. The UCAT is a very learnable exam, so if you practice consistently, it will make a big difference in your score. And you will absolutely see improvements if you stick to a good UCAT study routine and use the appropriate resources to help you. All of us were a beginner at some point, but hopefully this video helped answer a lot of your questions and prevent some hours of panicked research online. But now that you know what the UCAT is all about, it's time for you to go and study for it. As I mentioned before, I have a whole library of videos on my channel dedicated to helping students ace their UCAT. So make sure to check them out on either my channel, on my page, or linked below in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and remember that you got this.